welcome. Come on in and say hi. I'm gonna wait for a few people to come in because I'd hate to start this and there's very little people on because then I repeat myself. So we're gonna give it a few minutes for people to get on. So just be patient. If I can get 2 people on here, then I feel like I'm not gonna repeat myself 1,000 times. But in the meantime, I'll show you the things we are going to make. We are going to make the French breads today. Hey, Debbie. So we're gonna make 2 different kinds of French bread. And then we're gonna make cinnamon rolls. Now, I've never made the cinnamon roll before, but we are going to make cinnamon rolls. Hi, Wanda, how are you? Now, this was just leftover dough. So I tried it playing with it. My grandson today goes, can I have it to eat, Grandma? I'm like, baby, that's salty. You're not gonna eat that. So this is what we're gonna first do, and then we're gonna make the bread, because it'll be a lot easier. So, I posted on the website, hey Melanie, how are you doing? I posted the recipe. Now, you can break it in half. Now, what I'm doing today is a smaller version, basically cut in half. So, because I gotta work with one thing, and then we'll go to the bread. So the first thing we're gonna do is we've got our, use cheap flour. Don't spend money on expensive flour. Cheap flour. You're gonna add salt. A cup of salt to two cups of flour, 1 cup of salt. You can see where you gotta make sure nobody eats it, right? And then you do 1 cup of water. Now mix it until it kind of gets mixed in. Then you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. That's how you make breads and stuff. And yes, I'm a very messy cook. How are you been feeling, Melanie? Okay, now get in there and get your hands dirty. This is what I love about baking. Getting your hands in there, and you want to really mix it good. This is just like baking breads. If you've never made bread before, hey Sheila, good way to learn. It's not the real thing, but it's a good way to learn. Just keep working it in. Just like anything, you gotta use your hands. So I took off my rings, and if you have to add a little bit more water, even though it said a little bit, we're gonna add just a little bit more each time. Sometimes it can be really dry, so just keep mixing it. This is actually my cardio for the day. Hey Taylor! We're in a motel waiting to get our power back. Oh no, Wanda, sorry. Hi baby, how are you? Hey Carol. So I hope you get your power back on. There's nothing worse than that. Okay. Now, this flour I had, I've froze it in the freezer I mean. It's been here since 2023, but you can freeze your dough. I mean, not your dough, your flour. So let's take this out here. It's a lot easier to work here. We're gonna throw a little flour down just so I have a surface to work on. Now just really work it in there. You want it really smooth. Get that body in there. Get some work done. Hey Karen, how are you? Hey Joanne, how are you? Now you guys gotta see me working. Hey Kathy, how are you? I was excited about the cinnamon rolls because I've really never done them before. I just had that leftover dough and that's all I had. Now just work it so it's soft. Not too much because otherwise it'll be dry. Now I'm gonna cut it in half with my hands and just put it off to the side. I wanna just kind of make sure it's still good. Just kind of grab it. So you wanna make sure it's not dry. Okay. So now we are gonna roll it out. Now remember when you're doing dough, especially for cinnamon rolls, one side is gonna be thick and one side's gonna be thin. Hey Judy, how are you? And the reason for that is you want the peak. Now remember what I told you about that peak? And we're gonna add the cinnamon sugar right away before we put it in the oven. Now this works great for ornaments and everything. So try to get it to spread out as much as you possibly can. Now, you're talking salt. And don't have it too thick. Now this makes a perfect crust for faux bread, faux pies and stuff. Okay. Now we're gonna take shedding here. Now I'm gonna take just a little piece at a time because it's a lot to do this, but I gotta move it out of the way. Now I'm gonna, again, take this piece. I need to work with it. Hey Kelly, hey Judy. I wanna take this piece and make it a little thicker. Now just kind of roll it like a hot dog. Like I said, this is old dough, but it should still work. That's not working really good. Worst case scenario, I could get some really good dough flour in there. So I'm basically trying to work it out. You want a log is all you want. But one side's gonna be a bigger and the other side's gonna be thinner. So we wanna make sure it's a little wider, not too much. Okay, so then I gotta see how big this is. I'm not sure how it's gonna be. So you start with the end and you want that to be up. And then you're gonna roll it. Now we need this to be a little bit bigger. Now it'll get a little bit bigger in the oven, but we want it bigger. So it tells me I have to get a second one and make another hot dog with this one. Oh, Linda's not here. That's okay. We love her still. So I'm gonna just take this whole entire thing, mix it. It's not the greatest, like I said, this is flour that's been around, but I don't wanna waste good stuff on this. Just keep working it. You want a long hot dog. Keep spreading it. You don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick either. So I'm trying to get it to roll out a little bit more. That'll work it. This one's gonna be a little bit more work, but I like to see how far it works. I want a good size roll. I don't like that. Still not big enough. We're gonna roll this a little bit more. I want it to be a little longer. Like I said, I've never done this, so we're all doing this together. You messaged her? Oh, making yours. You guys are so bad. Okay. We won't go there. Okay, so I'm just trying to see how big this one's gonna be. Be nice. Hey, Sherry. Oh, it's gotta be a little thinner. Like I said, I've never done this before. You guys are so bad. It's just so bad. Ignore the heifers. Okay. I'm gonna patch that in. Now these will look more real than the other ones. I'm still not liking it, so we're gonna just change that up a little bit more. I don't want it as wide. Hang on. Hey, I didn't say I was really good at this, you know. This is one of those, you've got to just play with it. Like I said, the other one was easy because that's all about dough I had left. I'm gonna try to keep adding to the ends, to spread it out a little bit more. And you're gonna have a fat side and you're gonna have a thin side. Let me see if I can roll this. I just gotta make sure my roll is good. It's gotta be up on top, and it's gotta be rolled. I don't like that one either. I'm having difficulties rolling my hot dog. How are you guys doing? I'm gonna just try doing it this way. I think this is gonna work out better. Like I said, this one worked out great. It was my leftover, I rolled it, and 1, 2, 3, I was done. Like I said, this is old flour, so maybe that's it, I don't know. Okay. They show flattening it out. It looks Looks like a surface to me. Does that look better, guys? Does that look better? Roll it on the river. So does that look better, guys? Okay, so let's unroller. We gotta keep the schnitzel at the right size here. So, because this is a cinnamon roll, I've never done this before, guys, so you're gonna learn with me. We're gonna do the sugar and the cinnamon. I'm just gonna put a little bit of everything together in a bowl. And then we're gonna put the sugar on top. So we're gonna try to pretend like we're baking a real roll. So, we're gonna do I only need it really at the top. Hey, we live and learn as we go, right? This is how we learn. Now, I am not perfect by any means. Does that look like a cinnamon roll now? Add a little oil to that. Hi, Cindy, how are you? Thank you guys for sharing. Hey, Doreen, how are you? Okay, so now I'm going to start setting them on these sheets. We still have to put oil on top of these to brown them, okay? So just got to make sure they stick together is all. So let's keep making these hot dogs, Armour hot dogs. Figure if I can get 4 of them, that's good. It's weird because this feels grittier than what I used before. And it could be because this is old, I don't know. I'm gonna try this a little bit more. Like I said, I was not perfect when it comes to this. No, that's not right. Okay, let's give it a whirl. I'm not gonna be perfect with these. Let's go ahead and add some more cinnamon. If I want to make them perfect, I'll use real stuff. We're going to add our sugar. No more, thank you. What was that? So, is that starting to look a little bit better? I'll have to put that in now. Now they're not going to be perfect. I'm not good at all this stuff, but you know, we'll do what we can do. I don't want to wait too long with these because I don't want them to dry out. So we're just going to assume this is okay. We're going to add our cloves and cinnamon. We're going to just mix them in a bowl. Makes life a little easier. Mix them. You just want it at the very top. Now this one is a little bit more difficult for me because I've never done this before. It's gonna be weird because my poor kitchen's gonna be all full of sugar and everything here. Oop, he's peeking out too much. Like I said, I'm not perfect at these. Do those look okay? I mean, they're not perfect, but do they look okay? Probably throw a little bit more of this on the top. I'm going to add some more. I wish I could get them all the same size, but I'm not that good. You know how messy I am? I'm going to take these and I'm going to try to mush them together. What? Well, I wanted to do this early because this is a process and a half, and I didn't want to have to be up all night working on this thing. So I figure if I can just get these in the oven, tomorrow we can frost them or something like that. I didn't want to go early, but I started thinking, you know, it gets so late like that and I can't get stuff done around here. You know what, let me just try to reuse all the stuff. Okay. So like I said, make that big peak and then just keep rolling it. Now, some people are better at it than I, but I think it'll be fine. It's not like it's a real thing, you know? Once you put frosting on here, the glaze, it'll look nice. I guess it helps put everything in the front of the camera, right? So, we're just gonna stick them all together. I'm gonna try to make one more grouping of this. I got it everywhere. Oh, thanks. It'll be better once they get a little bit bigger. I really like the first one I did. It just seems like it's supposed to be wider and it's not the greatest dough. I don't know why, if it's the flour so old or it's the stuff I had in the freezer since last year, but I thought that would be perfect for all this kind of stuff. You know, just do your own thing, you know? I don't want it too thick. The Wiener Schnitzel needs to be thinner here. How are you guys doing in general today? As I throw everything all over the place. Does anybody actually have a Wiener Schnitzel by you? The Wiener Schnitzel? We have one by us. It's really good hot dogs. Yeah, this stuff is so cakey and we'll throw a little bit more sugar on these. And again, tip it in and then just start rolling. Yep, this one didn't pop out like it's supposed to. Okay, so that one actually looks a little bit better. That one looks a little bit better. Actually, the dough looks better on that one. Oh, I'm missing everybody's comments. You're chilling? So here's 4 of them. So they're not the same size. I wish I could get them. Hi, Elizabeth. I wish I could get them exactly the same, but I'll figure that out later. Surprised the cat's not been here. So I think this is the way to go. Make your Wiener Schnitzel. Get this thing in line. Get that hot dog over here so we can get it, so we can roll it out. And I think this is the way to go, guys. Because you don't want it too thick, but you just need it rolled just right. And I guess you could put nuts in here and everything, guys. And use your Epsom salt as your sugar. Don't waste diamond dust on anything. Tip it up. Now this stuff, for some reason, this one's really nice and smooth, where the other one wasn't as smooth. Now I guess you could tap it down a little bit. It is just dough. And I'll throw a little bit more darkness on here. So that one doesn't look too bad. I just wish I could, the Wiener, oh, I love Wiener Schnitzels. That's my favorite. I love their, I should get all that off. The, they have those, what are the buns? They're pretzel buns. Oh my God, they're amazing. They got the good buns. Now, I think this is easier than working with clay because this is more like the real stuff. You don't have to paint it. You don't have to do anything to it. Just gonna add more. I go through a lot of cinnamon. I go through a lot of sugar. It's just cinnamon sugar. I gotta make sure I'm on the screen, guys. If I'm not, just wish you guys could yell at me because I have a tendency to, I only have so much room here too. sugar, which is actually that. Peek it up at the top and just keep rolling. Now this stuff feels really soft. I don't know why the other one doesn't feel as soft as this one does. So I can bring it down a little bit. Okay. There's another one. You guys are goofy. Okay, so I've got some that don't look so good, but that's okay. One more to go on this. And I'm gonna pop these puppies in the oven. And then we're gonna do our bread. This is a little time consuming, but it's well worth it in the end. Just get that puppy spread out. Like I said, I use everything, so don't waste it. You got a little bit left, you can add to it. Yeah, I gotta get outside today too, and I have to get start working next week. We get our grass in. I'm just gonna use this here. Get our grass in the backyard and stuff in. So we got lots going on next week. And then we'll just add a little bit more. And then I'll go another one. How are you doing, Cindy? Okay, so they're all a little different size. I'm not good at making perfect. But if you could just put a few together that like these look pretty much alike. This is the loner, it has no friends. And then you've got the three. Now they don't look too bad, guys. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done these. I'm gonna stick them together kind of like this so they don't open up on me. Put it that way, and do it that way. Okay, now these get popped in the oven. It says on this one sheet, for 250, but we're gonna put this in at 275 for 30 minutes. Oh, I forgot to brush them. Let me brush them. Olive oil is the key to making everything nice and brown. Cover them up in that. This will make them really look baked. You can see I'm not even a clean baker. You should see me when I bake. This house is a mess when I'm done, but you know what? My baking is good. I don't like this one. That's okay. It'll be like my little reject that I'll keep on the side. Can you guys see all that? And just keep adding this because all it's gonna do is give it that brown color you want. Now it makes me hungry to think maybe I should make real ones. I gotta find a good recipe for these. Now, the nice thing is there will be enough time for these to cook so you can see these. If I get these in the oven at 30 minutes now, if they're not real brown, they stay in the oven for at least another good 30 minutes. Okay, so now these puppies look like they're ready to go. What do you think? Who, me? What did she do? Oh, here comes. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna pop this in. They look real. I'm gonna put it for 30 minutes. Okay, now, we're doing bread now. I'm saving all this. I'm not throwing any of this away. Any dough, yes, throw that away. Let's just throw it in there. I'm trying to make sure I don't make too much of a mess. I could never have my own cooking show, you guys. Oh yes, I like their, my favorite still is their, what is it, the buns, the pretzel buns are the best. I just cleaned up my mess here. I don't want cinnamon on my other buns, my rolls and bread. Now, you can get really creative on the bread too, guys. Hang on. I gotta clean my mess. You can braid your bread. The bread we're making, you can braid it if you want. I'm gonna clean this up later. Remove all that out of here. I don't need anything that's gonna have cinnamon and sugar on it. Okay, now, Let's do the next. I gotta wipe my hands. I'm all full of cinnamon. Oh, wish we could get some rain. You guys, send me some rain. Oh yeah, every now and then my husband and I'll go there and eat. Okay, so 2 cups of flour again. I'm gonna try to get 2 breads out. You know what? No, you know what? Yeah, let's just stick with this. 1 cup of, 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, but always add more if you need it. Get your hands in there and just get mushing. I want to make pasta someday, guys. I want to learn how to make pasta. I could use some rain here, let me tell you. Now this one feels like it's much better than the other one. I don't learn how to make pasta. I know how to make bread and cookies, and I'm really good at making gluten-free cookies because of my granddaughter. Because of my granddaughter, I have to make the good stuff for her. This one looks like it's pretty good. We may have to add a little bit more water to it, but this is good. Now when it's really dry like this, you want to make sure you mix it because there should be pretty much moisture in here. Sugar. God, guys, I don't know what my problem. Salt. It's 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of water, and 2 cups flour. I think my dementia's kicking in, guys, seriously. Yeah, I have to make that one day. I love making bread. I think that's my favorite. If you ever guys want an awesome recipe, it's a no-brainer, guys. I've mastered that, and it comes out perfect every time. So, okay, so it looks pretty mixed. So I'm gonna split it in half because we're gonna do 2 breads. Mix it still a little bit. Feels a little crusty here. Just work it so it's soft. Now this is where you're gonna come in and you're gonna decide what size bread we want. You can do a long one or you can do a little fat guy. Bread's gonna give you, oh, I love making bread. Oh, this is the fun part of the bread. So you can make it whatever. Now you can braid it. I'm not gonna get that creative tonight. But you wanna make your bread whatever direction you want. Now I don't want this one to be too thick. I want it to be a little thinner. The trick is then you get it shaped the way you want. I don't want it just too fat. I want it to kind of be a little, and it's gotta be round. They say to do this in the center. Why? It doesn't do anything. So we're gonna do it anyway. So now we need to add, I'm gonna add some of this olive oil. I would have known, I would have bought some more olive oil today. Now, before I put it here, we're gonna put it on here. I'm gonna put 2 of them on here. Now this will look just like that other one I had. I love doing this stuff. I love to cook. I'm a baker. I'm not really a cook. My husband's the cook, not me. Now this one will make it a cinnamon, not a cinnamon. We'll make it the Italian, a lot of Italian. You know what I thought maybe we could add? Black pepper. That'll give them good, I think. So we have a sprinkler. Where's your sprinkler? I don't know, that would work a little bit better. No. Yes, my hands are all caked full of garbage, yes. Okay. That'll leave a little, we don't need origami in there. Okay, so there's 1 bread, okay? Get all the body parts off of me. Now this one we will make We'll make a longer one. Try to go fat on this one. Just like any kind of bread, you just gotta work it a little bit because you don't want it really super dry. You don't want it to crack. Oh yeah, well you want to be careful with that. Yeah, but for what it's gonna look for, you know, it'll be fine. I wish I had something red. That would be nice on there, something red. I don't want to make them all exactly alike. I'd like to make some a little higher, some a little lower. I'm gonna try to smooth it out a little bit more. Okay, so we got another one. They're not that hard to make, guys, and especially if you like to decorate with stuff, they work out really well, okay? This one's gonna be a little fatter. Now I'm just gonna do opposite of what they said. Let's try it. We can be a C student, can't we? Ooh, chili peppers. Ooh, I have red peppers. Should I put red peppers on this? Because all the stuff, once we're done with it, it'll all get, this will all have a sealant on it. Paprika. Get much of my stuff off. I have red peppers. Should I try some red peppers? Let's go with the red peppers. This thing is so doggone full. It would take me an act of Congress to get a few of these off. Yeah, that's some red peppers, guys. Okay. Hang on. Okay. I think that's good, or should I put some parsley on that one? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember, it's a decoration. You're not eating it, Sherry. Sherry, baby. Okay. So there they are. I think this one needs a little color. So let's add, we'll give it a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. It needs a little. No, I won't say that because, you know, I have a tendency to say a word that I shouldn't be saying. And now remember, this is real food. So once it is so dried, yes. I don't know where we bought it from. Who knows? When we buy stuff, we buy stuff. So this is going to sit. This is actually going to cook for about an hour, possibly an hour and a half. This stuff takes forever. So we're going to go ahead and stick this in the oven again. It's going to stay on the same temperature. And then I'm going to have to, let's see, it's 7:35, that'll be done. So that's all I can do right now because now it's the process of cooking. So it's going to have to sit there. What we'll do later is, not tonight, but tomorrow we'll go ahead and pull everything out of the oven tonight. And tomorrow we can maybe go over everything so you can see how it looks. This is only the hard part, was the messy part is getting all those together. And then it'll look really nice when you're done because then you have assorted breads. Now I'm going to put some Mod Podge on here and add some more to it. So like I said, it's a lot of work. So if you got to go in steps, so you could sit here for an hour with me if you want to do absolutely nothing, but that's about what we can do. Or do you guys want me to show you how to make crust for a bread pan? Right? Gonna cook with no. Do you guys want me to make one more thing and show you how to do a crust? I can do that. Does that sound good, guys? You gotta know where to go, right? Let's go for it. 2 cups of flour. I need 1 cup of water. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to use warm water. I'm thinking warm water is going to be better. Warm water. And then we're going to do a cup of salt. Cheap salt. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Hi, Donna. How are you? Go for it. It sucks up a lot of this salt. I mean, this is a new can. And it's, can you imagine biting into this thing? Ooh, that's salt. Ooh, that's good enough. I'll be like, you guys remember Chef Tell on oh, I don't know what channel that was, Chef Tell. And was he Graham Care? And he's cooking and he's talking and he's doing this and he's doing that. He was hysterical, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and do this until we can get it to where we need it. So 735, 740. I'll check on the bread. I'm gonna add a little more warm water. I think the warm water is what does it. Give me a second. I'm already starting to think about what I'm gonna do for Halloween. I've already got my apothecary. In the next month, I start doing my apothecary. Getting me a big chunk of chocolate cake. Ooh, that sounds good right now too. Love cake. Cake and pies, my favorite. Make sure it's nice and moist here. Just throw all that in there. There's some more water on that. Some of it gets kind of dry, so you need to add a little bit. So don't worry about if it gets too wet, you add a little bit more flour, but you want to be able to work this stuff in like bread. I think it's easier to work with this than it is clay or the foam. Don't like using foam and then adding color to it. Ooh, chocolate chip cookies. Ooh, ice cream sandwich. Ooh, ice cream sandwiches are my downfall. Have you ever guys eaten, it's called Fat Boy. It's a ice cream sandwich. It's the healthier brand. There's no bio in it. Well, it's called Fat Boy. They're at Walmart. They have, I think they have gluten-free and then they have, what is it? Gluten-free and regular. Oh my God, they're amazing, guys. Ooh, I can make fake cookies too. Let me show you this though first. Now, again, we have to roll this. I'm gonna make it a roll. Now, you can do this in stages, but try to keep them the same thickness. Just get them thinner. Just add to it because you're gonna need a whole entire roll here. So we're gonna have to do, oh my God, I love those. They are addicting. Hi Janet, welcome. Those are addicting. If you've never had a Fat Boy, those ice cream sandwiches are to die for. Hopefully that's not a bad word to say because we're just talking about food, but okay. So we want to make sure we have it around the edges. Now don't worry about if it falls, whatever. The whole point is just to get it all the way around first. And then you can just pinch this stuff if it's not looking really good. Just pinch it a little. And then just do some more. We want to do it all the way around. And then we'll make cookies. Just trying to get it to go so I can rope it around really well and then we can pinch it all together. And then you can move this around a little bit. We have a little bit more to go. Yeah, they're very good. Ooh, if you like, they don't taste anything like the old-fashioned ice cream bars or not, sandwiches. They are amazing. Yeah, but the problem is they're very, very, very addictive. Okay, so what I was told with this is to push your finger in and one finger goes. Flatten that down a little bit. I don't need it that high. Not really good at this. I forget what I'm doing sometimes. Not really good at that. Are we not supposed to do it so hard, but hey, it's good enough, you know, I ain't perfect. I may have to go back and do it the right way. Hey, whatever, it has an edge to it, we're good enough. I guess I don't have this technique down really well. That's good enough. So something similar to that. I'm not perfect, but hey, good enough, right? So now let's put some olive oil, olive oil on here. Yeah, that's one thing that is kind of cool, though. The stuff smells really good in the oven then. Okay, that's good. So there you have it. Now, if you were going to make a filling, like say, okay, now that this is on here, it's stuck on here, because now what I'll do is I'll create a filling out of that DAP. I'll actually take the DAP, mix it with my pumpkin color paint, mix it in there really, really good in a bowl, and then pour it on top of here and then smooth it out. Oh, it needs to bake. Yeah, I'm gonna stick that sucker in there too. Well, there's no room right now. It'll have to sit. We'll put that on the side. Okay, so let's do some cookies. We have a little bit of dough left. I hate this stuff when it's in my fingernails. I am a messy, messy, messy person. You should see me when I break. It's everywhere. Okay, so let's get some. Hey guys, Tupperware. Jealous? Let's see what we got. This stuff is so old, I've had it. This is in my hopeless chest back in the day, you guys. I have lots of stuff. So, do we want to make, maybe I should make some Halloween ones. What do you think? Do I make Halloween ones? I don't have many. So what do you think? Do we do Halloween? Should I do these old-fashioned? Or should I do hopeless chest? Should I do those, or should I stick with these? I don't want to do hearts. I don't want to do lips. Don't want to do an apple. Don't want to do that either. No hugs and oh, the candy corn. No hearts. Okay. We got cats. We got bones. Okay. We won't do Christmas yet. I can do that later. We'll cancel Christmas. We'll just stick with Halloween. I can make some faux Halloween. Okay. Don't use these. Right? Okay, so we're gonna do, we can do fall. We can do, I've got a couple falls. Let me do the ghost, do the cat. We can do a coffin and this one, and maybe a cat. That's good. Get rid of all these, maybe a witch's hat, who knows? This way we don't have everything out here. Okay, so we'll figure that out. Now let's roll this baby out here. I don't want it to get too dry. You know, I've noticed since I've been taking, hey Kathy, how are you? Been taking potassium and magnesium vitamins, because I haven't taken vitamins in over a year. Well, I've noticed one thing. I ran out of flour. My hands don't hurt me like they used to hurt. I haven't had that where they lock up real bad, so maybe it's helping. I don't have my pains in my arms anymore. Seems to help, but I did kick back a little bit on the magnesium, just for a little bit to see if it's making a difference. But it really helped my hands up. Sherry, do you take anything? That might help. Let me tell you, I don't have the pain in my hands like I had before. I'm a believer in anything but meds. They wanted me to be on those blood pressure meds, so I went on them for a while. I just don't like being on anything. Oh, you got one of those too. I know my friend is the same way. She can't take that stuff. Hang on, guys. I need just a little flour. Because that stuff really helped me. But I don't take a whole lot of anything, so only because I don't need to. And besides, I don't like to. I'm sure my doctors don't appreciate me. Oh, isn't it amazing though? I'm gonna just move this in half. I gotta have a little bit more flour down here. It's just a little too dry, like too moist. Yeah, I was really impressed that it helped so much because I was worried there for a while with my hands. I mean, I was locking up constantly. At least now I'm not locking up. And I want to make gingerbread boys too. Oh, hang on. I'm missing him. Hang on a second. Just trying to find a little gingerbread dude. He's supposed to be in here. Oh, well. Oh, there he is. We'll do a little bit of everything, guys. We'll do a couple of these guys. We'll do a couple of the little gingerbread. Let me see how thick that is. It's still a little bit too thick. We need to thin this baby down. Oh no, Mr. Bill! Remember that, guys? Hey, Lindsay, sweetie, how are you doing? Like the comedy hour, guys. Okay, so I need another tray. Move my trash out of the way. This is the comedy hour for tonight, featuring. Never mind, I won't say. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on there. And the nice thing is these don't spread. You don't have to worry about how many of them are together. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Hi, Ladybug. Lynn, how are you, girl? We're making all kinds of stuff. Whew. Long hair is not the way to go when it comes to baking. Let me just do a few of these. I'll do 4 of these little guys. Here's my couple more of these, and we'll do some Halloweeners. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. Put this into your line. Now, one more of these little dudes. We'll just try to make him here. You can get quite a bit out of these guys. So we're going to do the ghost next. Do the ghost. Do a couple. We're going to have a lot of dough left. Now these will be fun to paint and just to keep in for decoration on a tray or something. I'll do a witch's hat. And then we've got quite a bit yet we can still make with this. Let me do a couple kitties. Oh, he's just gonna be regular frosting. I'm gonna make cinnamon, we're gonna actually, one night, I'm gonna do cinnamon ornaments. This is just to have like my shortbread cookies I do. Have you ever done finger cookies? Oh, it took a hot minute to see the ghost? My ghostie, look, Mr. Bill. Okay. Whew, having a hot flash. Okay, so let's get that candy corn in here. Fit him in here. A couple corns. Those will be easy to paint. Who is that lady? Was it Julia Child? Ooh, that would be a good one to do. And then create a, oh yeah, we could do that. Those thumbprint cookies? You talk about the thumbprint where you make a bowl and then inside you put your whatever stuff. I'll have to start sounding like Julia Childs. Oh, or whatever she does. Finger cookies. Yeah, you never made witch's fingers? Oh my God. Sure, yeah. Make witch's fingers. This, I have to have it every year for my Halloween. So y'all need to come down for Halloween some year. My party is fun. I have plenty of room for y'all to park yourselves. So, okay. Gotta get your fingers going here. Gotta get the finger. Gotta learn how to do your finger, okay? Let me fix him up a little bit. He's a little messy. Okay. Okay. Let me make them. And you gotta arch them up a little bit. Arch your witch's fingers. And you got that little spot. Now, let me see if I have. Trying to find something for the finger. Hold that thought, guys. Let me see if I can use up the time. Just to kind of give you an illusion. I don't have, what is it? Okay. Do witch's fingers and toes. Witch's fingers and toes. But aren't they cute? You gotta rise them up in the center, and then you make your little, oh, I'm getting there. You gotta make your little indentations, and now you have a witch's finger. Isn't it cool? But I make it with shortbread. Shortbread is cool. Okay, let me do a couple of those witch's fingers. So just make it, roll it. They gotta go in there for another, hang on guys, cancel, 30 minutes. I think they're gonna have to go in there for another 30 minutes. Now, what the trick is with a real shortbread cookie, don't make them thick. You wanna make them thin. Just start off with a kind of like a long square, a rectangle, I'm sorry. And then just arch it in the center, okay? And then you take this as your fingernail. So you squeeze that little fingernail in there. Then you add little creases. And then now another finger. No, this is a cookie. It's a finger cookie. I make these for Halloween. They're actually cookies I make, but they're shortbread. And oh my God, they're a hit. Oh, I love it. Oh, guys, you guys have to come down for Halloween. It's so much fun. And my neighbor from my old house, we would sit there and make, she would bring homemade, what are those peppermint patties? Oh my God. We have fun. We have fun at Halloween. We know how to do it down here in Texas. Oh, we were only in our house, we moved into our house almost 2 years ago on September 28th. So we'll be here almost 2 years. we had 2 weeks to go in my party. I went ahead and set up my party right away. I have to have my Halloween party. I can't be without a Halloween party. And I was able to get that thing done in 2 weeks, and my house was all packed, put away, and my house was 100% decorated. And I don't like that. A coffin. Did you know it isn't the cough that carries you off? It's the coffin they carry often. Did you know that? I still remember that book I had. Yes, I'm strange. It isn't the cough that carries you off. It's the coffin that carries you off. Look at Superwoman. Didn't know she meant fingers. Oh yeah. They're supposed to look like fingers. So I'm gonna make those. We'll make those. And I'm gonna do a few more candy corns. I like that. I am gonna make, my next one I wanna do is going to be pantry cakes. Come on, you need to learn how to read between the lines when it comes to me, okay? You guys should know that by now. So we'll do, sorry guys, I usually pin my hair up and I forgot to do that. But yeah, so I want to do pantry cakes next. That'll be another thing I want to do, so you guys can know how to make pantry cakes. And then there'll be, I want to do cinnamon gingerbread people. That'll be another time too. I'm excited. I'm excited that, Lindsay, I'm so excited you got the, we're going to be doing our thing. What did you guys say about me? Now I got 2 ovens. I can turn the other oven on. I'm not too worried. Okay, so we got a couple of those. How many cats did I do? Let me do a couple cats. Well, the nice thing about these, they're fun to have when the kids are around. I can give them a couple of these and they will be entertained for quite some time. I'll show you these. And here's the other ones. Yeah, well, that's why I started at 6:30, because these are now on for, the cinnamon rolls are on for another 30 minutes. That's going to take a little bit. What can I do with this little bit? Oh, let's try this. I'm going to try making a pastry. Now I expect you all to stop what you're doing and bake tonight. Now when you do these, make them as hollow as possible or it will take you forever. If they don't bake 100%, they could mold, so bake them the right way. Okay, so we'll try that one too next. What? I can't help being me, okay? So now we have our pie, which is close enough to it. I'm not perfect on pie. We have our pie. We have our cookies. So those will bake. These shouldn't take as long because they are actually very thin. And then I've got my witch's fingers, which these are a blast, guys. If you've never had shortbread fingers, oh, and then I make my, I make a frosting. I do a pus frosting, and then I do a bloody frosting, and then I'll go like this over them. I'm ready to, oh hell no, I guarantee you I'm not baking tonight. My hands are, oh I know. Well, next time I make cookies, I'll send you all some cookies. I make awesome cookies. I make a oatmeal lace. Good stuff. So that's all we can do tonight. We can't really do any more because I have to get this stuff all in the oven because it's going to take a little bit of time. So you kind of have an idea. That was a lot to do in 6 things of sugar, 6 cups of sugar total, and that was a lot. I'll have to read the rest. It won't let me read everything. So now you know how to make salt dough bread. You know how to make cookies. You know how to make cinnamon rolls. Now mine might not be perfect, but I think they're pretty close to being, you know, they're for just display. Oh God, I'm gonna have stuff in my hair all night long. But gotta try it one time. I mean, if you like to display stuff, like I said, this was the other one I did, the pumpkin, and it looks like the pumpkin pie. See, I'm fast. I ain't got time to delay anything. You should see me when I'm baking cookies. I have an assembly line done. So like I said, with the pies, you can make, whoops, you don't want, don't need the oven turn on, the cook surface turning on. So you can make really cool things. And like I said, all that's inside here is, and underneath there is that gaps and cracks. And then you just do your whipping thing up on top, put it into one of your pans that you've aged, and it just looks like a pie. It's pretty good. I like it. So, and I have a lot. So this is what we're going to work on next time. We're going to work on this, and we're going to make the baby ones. We'll make the baby ones, and we'll make the bigger ones. And these are heavy. These are heavy duty guys. So we'll bake the little guys, and we'll do the big ones, and then we'll frost them. But this will take a while because this, give it probably a good week for it to be 100% dried. The little ones will be a little bit better, but I turn them upside down, so I'll let the top dry really good, and then I'll flip them out and keep changing them in the sun so that these things dry up really good. Otherwise, they'll never dry, and you don't want to bring them into the house if they're still wet. You want them in some place where it's dry so they can get, you know, all the moisture out and stuff. So, but, well, that's all I have tonight. Once it's done cooking, I'll take some pictures, and then maybe tomorrow we can frost them. So, oh no, I can't. Tomorrow is Halloween event. Never mind. July Jacks is tomorrow. I posted the description and when everybody's going to be on, so that's tomorrow. So we won't be doing any of that. And then next week I'll get back into it on Monday. Okay? Well, guys, I love you, baby butt. Yes. And this is a pan from Walmart. They have a baby one. Thank you, guys. So they have the baby one, and this is perfect. And you can use it for faux as in real. Clean it really good, and you can use it for either. Now, you don't want to spray here. That's where this came in handy because this was laid inside here. And that's how I did it. So, and then when it's done, it'll come out like this. And you can decorate. You can put fruit in here, put a little glazing up on top and a little bit of fruit, and you got a cute display. So that'll give you guys something to do, okay? So we will see you tomorrow. I can't remember my time I'm on tomorrow, but it's in the one of my posts I did and everything for you guys. So, well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna clean my mess, and I will show you all the stuff on Monday. Is that cool? Well, I love you all. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Have a great evening, guys. Bye.